Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I hope you are doing exceptionally well. Sorry about my hand just there. I'm sitting in a different spot, but it's truly beautiful outside and it's really sunny and blue, and the palm trees are like gently blowing in the breeze. It's gorgeous, right? Okay. I feel like there's a lot of us at the moment that need reassurance of our path and to be really, really focused on staying grounded and in the light and prayed up and meditating and believing in ourselves and being really grounded in nature and really focusing on our joy at this time, joyful abundance. Make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who you love, situations that are uplifting and inspiring and ignite your fire, and not the other way around. Because there are energy vampires everywhere, right? It's rampant, but at the moment it's really rampant. And you can call in the energy of the snake as we get to closing out the year of the snake, for that additional support and shedding process of what no longer serves you. But what I want to talk about specifically about like that whole thing is that pay attention very, very clearly energetically in your body, in your nervous system, in your joy and in your whatever, to how people make you feel when you are around them. Now, I know you hear this all the time, but I'm talking about the embodiment of it, right? So this is why we have to do this work, so that we're not rocked by people who come in that state. But energy vampires come in for only one reason, and that is to disrupt our peace. It can be in any form whatsoever. It can be a person, a job, it can be slander, it can be gossip, it can be like deliberately antagonizing you, it can be anything, but their whole point is to disrupt your peace and throw you off your path, so that you cannot seed love and light into the earth and into the planet, which is what we're here to do, okay? And so the thing that came through to me really clearly that I also like jotted down was the energy that they come at you with is the energy they are. So don't try and put the rose-colored glasses on, and don't try and like see their potential and all of that. So the initial energy that you receive off somebody is the energy that they are, okay? So they can try and hide it and they can try and mask it for a short time, but the energy that you initially get from someone is the energy that they are. And you've all heard the saying, misery loves company, right? Because these people, they are fucking miserable. They don't want to do the work. They are wounded for whatever reason, but that is not our problem. We are not rehabilitation centers for broken individuals who don't want to help themselves, okay? This is something I've learned the hard way my entire life, from family to friends to lovers to work situations to everything. We are not rehabilitation centers for broken people. Now, on the other hand, we should be supporting people who are on that healing journey, who are on their temple path, who are focused on bettering themselves every day, okay? So that's the difference. But when you initially get a hit of energy from somebody, it doesn't matter if they're smiling, if they look amazing, if they smell amazing. I'm talking about the energy. The energy hit that you get from someone initially is who they are. So if you feel heavy or drained or not so good around someone, or miserable, or that you've got to dim your light, that they are a joy kill, that they're a miserable fuck, basically, that is who they are at their core. And as I said, they can dress nice, they can smell nice, they can have, a big job title, they can have money, whatever the case may be. They can say all the right words, but that is who they are. So we need to be in the energy of being really discerning, and it's basically how that person makes us feel, because it doesn't matter about them. It doesn't matter about what the fuck they're doing. It matters about us and how we feel and our path and staying aligned. So we don't want to be allowing that sort of stuff in our life. In our energy field, in our emotions. We don't, because that if you do, it's going to be like much, 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 much worse. So it's really important to listen to your intuition now more than ever, okay? It's who they are. It's who they are. And you've all been in situations, as have I, way too many times, where we've ignored our intuition, or we've gone against our gut instinct, and we've paid dearly for it. We're trying to get out of the energy of that, right? We're here to thrive, not to survive. We're here to, like, literally birth new worlds of happiness and joy and abundance and blessings and all of that. And these people, they only drag you down. They're time wasters. Like, you know, you never want to say that you're better than anybody else, but these people are just, like, they're just losers and low vibers, and they've got nothing to offer, and they're just takers, and they're energy vampires, and they're joy kills, and they're miserable, negative people, and they never change. It doesn't matter how much you love them, how much joy you give them, or whatever. They simply do not want to do the work, and they simply will do nothing but drag you down, hold you back, and create obstacles for you, and basically make you just drained and feel sick and feel awful about yourself and have negative thoughts and stuff like that. So to prevent all of that happening, as soon as you get the energy hit from someone, you literally basically make or break that connection. And you need to sort of we need to be prayed up all the time. And anyone that comes into our life, anybody, like a random from the shopping center, a new employment contract, a new love interest, or whatever it is, you need to be praying and asking God or your team or your guides or your angels, who's this coming? Where's this coming from? This energy, is it being sent from God, or is it being sent from the devil? Because that's what you need to be asking. You need to be praying on every single thing and every single one, and be saying to God or your angels, like, who's this being sent by? And then pray on it and meditate on it, and take your time and make the right choices for you. Don't be hasty. Like, people need to earn your energy. Your energy is a privilege, and treat yourself as such. Be very, very, very gatekeeping of your divine essence, basically. Not everyone who comes with a smiling face and a fake gift is right for you, okay? I don't know why I said fake gift. I want to say just gift, but yeah, there you go. So, there's a saying, I can't remember what it is, but it's like, people who want to be in your life will come smiling. Some are genuine, like friends or lovers or potential lovers who are genuinely happy and smiling, and some are coverted spiritual assassins. They'll both be smiling at you. So just be very careful. Anyone that comes into your life, anybody that that enters your life for any reason, that is not just a passerby, that is like, trying to come into your life, into your orbit, into your energy field, you need to be praying to God or your angels if you are unsure as to whether or not that person has been sent by God or sent by the devil. It's that simple. We need to be prayed up, meditated up, grounded, joyful and loving. And the more joyful you are, the more high vibe you are, the less you will attract energy vampires and toxic people, because they won't go near you, because you're too high vibe and your joy irritates them, and they won't even approach you, which is basically an enormous compliment. And it means that you're healing and you're doing the work and you're doing God's work, basically, because that's what we want. We don't want to be entertaining any of that at all. So that's my message for today. I'm going to pull one of these cards because they're called Joyful Abundance cards, and they're called, it says, for your spiritual journey, cards to encourage self-awareness. So cards to encourage self-awareness. Okay. Yeah, this is it. This is it, right? This is beautiful. Let me just move this Palo Santo stick. I encourage myself daily with lavish self-love and appreciation. Lavish. When you lavishly love on yourself, appreciate yourself, and beam joy and high vibes, that's what you're going to attract. As I said, toxic energy vampires won't even come near you because they're not even on that frequency. They can't. So please, please lavishly self-love and appreciate yourself every single day, all day, non-stop, because you are worth it. All right, lovely people, I am going to go. I love you and have a great day.